Hello and welcome to another Wraggys Beers, Wines and Spirits. We'll call it a battle, for want of a better word. So, just this last weekend, or the weekend before. So, Guinness Draft 0.0% was released just this last week or so. I think it was last weekend, wasn't it? It was released recently. So, I've got a can of Good Evening Thomas. I've also got a can of Guinness Surga. Guinness Surga is basically a draft Guinness that they use in hotels. They put it on a plate, and the plate sends an electrical current. It's basically just Guinness draft. Good evening, Brett. Or Mr. Beardy Beer Reviews. How are you, mate? So yeah, basically two Guinnesses. Let's see how they play together, because if you're going to review anything, it's always easier when if you're going to put a battle. Good evening, Liam. If you're going to battle anything against another beer, you need to compare two at the same time. This is something that if you're ever going to give a beer 1 out of 10, then you need to make sure that the other beers you give, 9 out of 10, fantastic beers. Because that 1 out of 10, not that I ever do give a beer 1 out of 10, I've never ever, but there you go. I do mine out of 5, so that beats that straight away. So, oh, it's lively. Wow, that's really lively, that. The alcohol-free job is. Oh, yeah, all over my floor. Oh, well. It'll go with the Imperial Sour from last night that was all over my floor. No one's buying it. That's hilarious, isn't it? I mean, to be fair, it's a nice drop. I've drank it. I thought it was okay. You know, it's not going to repeat. People who don't need to be alcohol free are not really going to drink it. Good evening, Mr. Liam. I'm going to review your beer later. Yes, not on a live though. Yeah, because this counts as one review, so I can come down the shed later and do another review, and I'll put your link underneath, and it'll be a good review. So yeah, there you go. That is the Guinness alcohol free, or be it the little bit that fell on the floor. Yeah, below my feet. It smells nice in here though. So we'll move him out of the way. We'll get the Surga out, and please let's hope the Surga doesn't go all over the floor. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I'm just comparing them, really. I don't really do alcohol free. But it's classed as free beer review, you know what I mean? Cup of tea, yeah, I know what you're saying. So on the colour wise, that's a nice smooth head on that. This is the alcohol free. This is the Surga. Sergey. Good evening, Craig. How are you, mate? So looking at them, not a lot in between. I forgot which is which now. Oh yeah, that's the alcohol free. It's gonna be a long night. So I'll keep the alcohol free in the right hand before I forget. So looking at it, they don't look too bad actually. If you look at the head, I don't know if you can see, but I don't tip it up obviously. There's not much in between it. Even the consistency of the creamy head. Yeah, there's not a deal in between. The colour. Good evening, Disco. How are you, matey? Give it a tap on the deck. Yeah. Yeah, it's not massive, not a massive. This is the alcohol free meat in the Guinness draft glass. In the other, and I've got 2 Guinness glasses as well. Hey, can't fault it, can you? Good evening, Darren. On the nose, and again, not much. Be honest, there's absolutely bob all on the nose. I would say there's a slightly whiter head on the alcohol free. That's the alcohol free. That's the Surga. Does it? Yeah, from your background, it's different, isn't it? I'm looking at it. I've got a white light blinding me. Right, yeah. That's interesting. And good evening, Mr. Bumby. Alcohol free. Right. I won't let them leave me hand. The reflection in my head. Well, sorry, Neon Raptor. Good evening, Mr. Slurp. How are we? So we're doing a Guinness test. Alcohol free versus not. Oh, wow. There's definitely a difference in the taste. Um, the alcohol free one, you can taste the alcohol straight away. There's no denying that. Alcohol free, Sergey. It's just breached 2000 officially on the site, on the YouTube channel. It's just before I came on. Yeah, just before I came online here now. It's just breached 2000, and that's officially now. Let's hope it don't go down tomorrow. I give up. I do. Every time I look, it's gone up above 2000. Then it goes down a few hours later. It's like, oh, for God's sake, just stay. Yeah, might have to schedule it for Friday at 6 o'clock, 6 till 8. 2 hour Wraggys just to get it out of the way. Good evening. So yeah, I mean, as alcohol free as beers go, if you can't drink for whatever reason, this is a very, very good alcohol free beer. There's no denying it. Um, yeah, there's no denying what Guinness have done. I like a Guinness on tap as well, to be fair. Yeah. And there's a pub in town. Cheers. There's a pub in town until tomorrow and it goes down again. There's a pub called the Stage Door in Nottingham. I think it's called the Stage now. And yeah, exactly, Darren. Yeah. Sometimes you have to do it. Yeah. Not as far as managers. Yeah. Feels like it. It does. Although the new manager does sound interesting. Good evening, Tate. Yeah, the new manager does sound interesting. Uh, he got Swindon and Swansea up into the playoffs a couple of times. I mean, that's all we need, really. A Super Bock Stout. Ooh, did you bring any back? Obviously, I've had Super Bock before, but the lager, the Portuguese lager. Ah, how was Portugal anyway? Warmer? I bet it's nice to get away from the norm. Gravity Bar Guinness Brewery. What's that then? I have no idea what that is. So yeah, 2K. We're there, done it at last, and officially as well, twice. Well, this today was the third time it touched 2000, but at no stage did it do it officially. And some decent players, yeah. Need some. Derby have had their deductions, 12-point deduction. They're now -2. To be fair, they're only about 6 points behind Forest. But if Forest keep winning, then all good. Oh, that's good. I found, obviously, I haven't been aboard for a couple of years now, but I found it was good for England. Right. That might be interesting then. Forest need a manager who knows that division and young, got a bit of a brain on him, knows how to bring the young players on. Can't be dependent on all these old fogies who aren't interested. That's just my opinion. Anyway. Yeah, craft beers. It's not easy being a football fan, is it? You know, when your team's on the up, it's great. When your team's crap, Cosell Lager. No, no, I don't think I've even heard of Cosell Lager. Newcastle United. I mean, they were supposed to be selling on, weren't they? Supposed to be selling to a new company, weren't they, at some stage? Under 17 World Cup winner, yeah, but at least he's if at least he's good with youngsters. For me, Forest don't bring the young players on like we used to. We've got a good set of young lads. You only need to look at our under 23s and our under 21s. We've got near the best in the country. Is that Polish? Sounds like it, doesn't it? Polish or Polish? Yeah, it's my eyes. I thought it's just Polish. Dead Man's Fingers. I've done that. I've reviewed that. Yeah, yeah. Back in the bottle. It was lovely. Went down a tree. I can't afford to go and watch my team. Ah, I need to go to one of these. I need to go to a local shop near me. But at the moment, all my money is being held. A bit like your comment. All my money is being held for. Oh, someone's already done it. Yeah. All my money at the moment is being held for beer festival in October. So I daren't even go and buy any Audi beers at the moment. Yeah, yeah, you just have to suffer it, don't you? Are Carlisle doing shit then, Greg? Thought they were doing well with the new Cluffy lad there. But yeah, it's tough. It's tough being a football fan. It really is. You go without beer. Bless you. You are a fan. Yeah, yeah. I'd go with beer or go with spirits. The hemp one. I've never had that. No, that would be interesting. You know, if the hemp actually helped you. Good evening, Mr. Red Dog. Your beer was nice, matey. Have you seen the review? And yeah, thanks for the 2000. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Your Sabro was nice. Yeah, 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 yeah. I poured it out quick, like you said, straight from the fridge, and always pissed when you're there. Yeah, this is a problem. If anybody's been to Nottingham Forest's football ground, you know the Trent End. It's steep as you like. There's no way I'm walking down them steps pissed off because one slip, you're going down, and it ain't a pretty picture. Um, I like some of the other stands where it's a bit more less steep. Good evening, Edward. Yes, it's just it about 20 minutes ago. Obviously, someone it's been on 2000 all day, but it's someone's obviously clicked on. Let's hope it doesn't go down again. Uh, I'll schedule in Friday night at 6 o'clock. I'll tell the wife as well. A 2 hour raggy live. Back, back in as usual. Good evening, Mr. Hophouse. I haven't been. To tell you the truth, I've not done a live for a long time. I do. I do want to crack on with a live. No, I've never seen Lad Baby, you know. No. I'd love to meet up with him. He can give me some of his subscribers. He's got about 750,000. It's really interesting what people find interesting, isn't it? It's tough. It's tough off house. It really is. Who knows what people like? Oh, fucking hell. Me, the greenhouse doors on the floor. I reckon people do that all the time, you know. Subscribe and unsubscribe. I do. I reckon they do it just to drop you down. I'll crack 2000 and or that one 1900. And then 2 days later, I'm about 10 below, and I'm like, for God's sakes. And I know numbers don't mean anything in the grand scheme of things. You know, some people might have 50,000, 100,000, although they'll be earning some nice money off Google. Yeah. But it's all about the community. It's a good community. Yeah. Can't wait for the Robin Hood Beer Festival. Although I might be having a chat to somebody who posted a miserable face when I asked about Titanic Brewery tonight. Somebody from Camera posted, "Oh, we've got this new beer in," and I'd never heard of it. And I posted below, "Have you got any Titanic Brewery beer?" And he posted, "Yeah," and he posted the celebration's on Friday anyway, so hopefully it will still go ahead. But yeah, he posted about this beer. So all I did was ask about Titanic Brewery, and he's posted an angry face, and it's like, God sakes, I was only asking a question. I've got the glass somewhere. No, that's the Kraken glass. Yep, it's definitely somewhere around. And I've got my dead man's fingers glass as well. Leech. Do you mean leech or leck? Dead man's fingers. Got that glass. Oh, there, the skull. Yeah. Yeah. He's a nice looking bloke, isn't it? It does look the part. I mean, this is why I wanted to do them together. Let me just catch up for a second. Hey, I don't know what I've done with my Wraggys Golden. You know, I've got rid of about 20. I must just be giving them away for fun. I've still got 4 boxes down there, so I've got 32 down there, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I've still got 39 bottles of Wraggys. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They won't be much for long. Well, Katie, yeah, Katie's a decent side. But I've only had actually 1 bottle. You know, I bought all these bottles, only had 1. It will drop down below now. It will drop down to 1.9 if you have. So yeah, that's the alcohol free on that side. That's the Guinness Draught on that side. So look at the head retention. I know it looks a different colour on your side. So that is alcohol free. That's the alcohol version. To be honest, you know, I'm not getting much of it. In the taste, I'm getting the coffee in the taste on this one. Hints of chocolate. Lamborghini. Do you know I've never had Lamborghini? I don't think I've offered it. Obviously, the alcohol version is better. You know, it is. It is better. But if you was drinking that in a pub and you didn't want to get drunk, you know, if you wanted to have a steady head, then that looks as near as damn it. Um, Good evening, Thomas. How are you, matey? I'm keeping the Wraggys Golden, Darren. Yeah, I'm keeping it for I'm keeping it for when people come to the beer room. So as many bottles as I can of it, as many bottles as I don't drink beforehand. I definitely want to keep about 15 bottles. They do look similar. Good evening, Dave. How are you, matey? Best spirit I've ever had. Malibu Black. Malibu, no, Malibu Black. It's the Caribbean rum version of Malibu. It's 35%. Thank you, Thomas. And it is amazing. Yeah, you can't get it though. Oh, bloody get it. I ain't had any wine for ages. I need to get some. I'll try. See, you know, when you compare them against each other, there's not a lot on the nose. On the nose, there's absolutely minimal difference. You do get nutty elements, but it's more muted. Bear in mind, this is slightly out of date as well. So. But yeah, yeah. Obviously, the alcohol version is going to have a bit more to it. But glass of your homebrew wine. What was your homebrew wine? I like the old one, to be fair. You know, I do. And only problem is with spirits, I like them too much. And I don't know if anybody else has got that same thing where you're drinking spirits and you just go from one glass to another and then another. Before you know it, the bottle's gone and you're on a second bottle and it's like, whoa. I mean, we've been round a mate's house before and he cracked open the honey bourbon and then he cracked open this cinnamon snaps and oh my God. And at the end of the night, I can remember so long, but I can't remember his wife getting launched over the settee. She jumped onto me and my mate, and we just picked her up and chucked her over the settee. Bless her. And yeah, and we drank all his honey bourbon. It tasted great. It was a lovely honey bourbon. But yeah, spirits are bad. Don't drink spirits, people. Kostriber Schwartz beer. Oh, that's different. Yeah, I do try not. The problem is with me as well, and yeah, I do try not to. I've had to come off spirits at the moment simply because you know with anxiety and that, I just feel myself just drinking too bloody more. I do like spirits, yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I can drink rum, vodkas. Good evening, Steve. I'm doing a live again, and God, what's this? Hey, 2 lives in 1 week. How strange is that? And a live on Friday. If everything keeps going as it is, I'll schedule it in 6 o'clock Friday night. A live, a 2 hour live, well, round about 2 hours. Depends when it comes on. If I'm on my own, well, okay, I'll just knock it off in the head after 10 minutes. But I'll just drink the Wraggys Golden and say, yeah, cheers, and just carry on, you know, as you do. Yeah, it's funny really because I've gone from doing like back to back to back for nearly 6 months doing lives, and then all of a sudden it dying off, and I did miss it. To be fair, I do miss the interaction, talking to people, and talk to people you don't know, and the fast interaction. I went on somebody's live last night, and they were 25 minutes behind on the comments, and obviously not every comment do you have to react to. Fair play. But you know, when someone says hello, you want them to, you know, 20 minutes later, you think, for God's sakes, are you going to say hello or what? I am going to do more, Darren. Now it's getting into autumn and winter. It would definitely be good to do more. I think I did need a break, to be fair. And I think my wife needs a break as well. Yeah. But it is good to get back because the beer community is brilliant, especially also on the run up to the Robin Hood Beer Festival because there's lots to chat about. There's going to be lots of beer to dissect and opinions on camera, whether you love them or hate them, and Siva, you know, them sort of people. And yeah, and opinions on the cricket ground. You know, there's It does. You're right, Mr. Rapture. Talking to people and reacting within a certain time makes it so interesting. No, if there's 1,000 watching, you're going to struggle, aren't you? Yeah. Thank God there's never 1,000. Favorite Christmas beer? Sadler's Christmas Pudding Stout until last year when Sadler's dropped the ABV from 6% down to 4.5. They buggered it up. Parma Violet's beer tonight. Do you agree with me, Dave, that the colour does not look right? The taste and aroma are bob on, spot on the money. But the colour just doesn't look right to me. I don't like the colour. Yeah, camera. I was always a bit of a thing about camera. And there will be a conversation, and if anybody's watching from Canberra, there's bound to be a conversation down at the beer festival where I say to someone inadvertently upset somebody who's a Canberra fan. Sherwood Forest, fair play there. 7.4% mobs. Get it, mate. Am I going to get the pint of two? Depends what it is. If it's no different from the pint, then probably not. It'd be interesting to see how it goes on. And if the pint of two, no, I don't. I hate when they're not beer down, ABVs down. It ruins a beer. They ruined Sadler's Christmas Pudding Stout. As with the pint of two, it'd be interesting to see what beer kits they come out with. I did fill in a survey and I said to them, you need to get Imperial Stouts and kits because then you're going to sell those kits, Imperial Stouts and Sours. As for Christmas, I love Christmas too. My favourite time of the year. Exactly, Greg. Good beer's good beer. Doesn't matter where it comes from. If it tastes nice, fair dues. I mean, to be fair, at Robin Hood Beer Festival, they do have a keg area. They have a cask areas, keg areas, and they also have a nano area. It's a flipping brilliant beer festival. A hell of a lot of beers, like 1,000 different beers. Ain't no way you're drinking all them. You'd have to be a legend. You'd have to start on Wednesday and get to Saturday, and still you won't get all through them. Same here, Slurpee. I'm not paying somebody so many quid a month to go and join some society. Oh, so they're going to the size is going to be bigger in the new. Right. Go. And Lee, yeah. Sadler's Christmas Pudding Stout. They ruined for me one of my favourite ever beers. I do think St. Peter's Christmas Ale. Is it Christmas Ale? Is that what they call it? Their Christmas beer is amazing. Shepherd Neame, 1,000 reviews in a day. Tell you what, there's going to be some pissed up reviews that day on Friday. Oh, and on Saturday. My son always gets loads of Christmas presents. We're trying to knock it down. So yeah, I want to get to the beer festival when it opens. Start off here early. I don't know what time the beer festival is, so I'll find out the details and start posting details. Get here a bit early. For those who want to sample the Taproom wine and maybe a glass of Wraggys and Imperials, whatever. And then for everybody else who's meeting down there, because I presume some will meet straight down there. And then once we all meet up, job's a good one. That's awesome, off house. That is what beer reviewing's about for me. If they recognise you, or if you say to them, "Look, I do beer reviews," is there any chance I can, And that's what it. If the beer review, if it opens at 11 or 12, it's either 11 or 12 normally. So an hour before here, and then get a taxi down. Taxi would be good, wouldn't it? What do you think? Yeah. Get there at the start, yeah, and start as you mean to go on. Yeah, glass of water. I'll have a bottle of water with me because I don't want to get pissed too quickly. I don't want to be going home at 5 o'clock steaming because I can't. I'm spewing. I don't do that. Embarrassing. But yeah, Rob Nottingham Craft Beer Festival, and I'm sure Craig is still listening. Was amazing. It was amazing that. Oh, yeah. Could you imagine? Yeah, there was some brown. The them toilets would be brown. But yeah, the I wasn't. I've lost it already. But yeah, Nottingham Craft Beer Festival was amazing. To be recognised. I went down to Robin Hood Beer Festival in 2019, 2 years ago. Nobody recognised me, not a single. And it didn't bother me anyway. I'd only started reviewing in 2018. And so I probably only had about 100 subscribers. So, for now to go down, this year is going to be interesting, especially if I wear something like this that says Wraggys Beer Writes and Spirit Reviews. Could you imagine? I need to come up with a logo for the site, really. I will keep playing around with it at some stage. Oh, that prune juice wine will make a man of you. Yeah. And then some fig wine. Fig wine. Nice. Good evening, Darren. How are we? Nearly missed you there. Nearly snuck in. It's really hard, because I'm using my phone to do StreamYard. So, and for those who have got less than 1,000 subscribers, you can do streaming on StreamYard below 1,000. If I'd have known this, I'd have done live well before I start doing, before YouTube allowed me to. You're going to get tickets for the opening night. I can't go on the Wednesday. I can't do it. I can't afford it. No, you won't. My Imperial Stouts have knocked the hell out of you. Yeah, they're good. They're strong as the cup. My good friend Red Dog Brewer from Magpie Brewery, he'll know that when he starts sampling them, and Craig will as well. I will write out tonight, Craig, or try and write out notes for all those beers, and you'll have to put down Wraggys Imperial Cream Stout or that. No new beers this week. No, I can't afford me. Can't afford to be buying new bloody beers. I've got the beer festival coming up, so I've had to stop. That's it now until October the 15th. No new beers, he says, unless I get some money in. But I need to put about at least 350 quid aside for that weekend, because you think that you've got the Friday of the beer festival, so you'll probably spend 100 quid at the beer festival because by the time you've had food as well, you can't leave. So once you're in, you can't go out and come back. If you leave, you've bobbed it. You can't get back in. You have to eat on site, and it's never cheap. So filling your belly with a big breakfast is key, absolutely key before you start. Um, and obviously, depending on what you drink, depending on how big a drinker you are. I mean, I may get the odd beer for free. You never know. I'm trying to run mine now. Didn't help spending 50 quid at Neon Raptor last Saturday. Oh, Neon Raptor, Greg. Cracking little tap room, Oh, and I got my Neon Raptor glass finally. And I took Craft Beer Basic, a bottle of the Wraggys beer in, as you do. And I was reciprocated. So that was nice of him. And if you ever watch him, mate, cheers. That was a really nice thing you did. And then I spent 50 quid in there as well. I've got some nice cans, got the glass. I don't know, even I can't do a lot of beers. Obviously, it depends on ABV. ABV is the king, isn't it? What you drink. The thing with beer festivals, you want to be drinking thirds. Nothing bigger than a third. Don't drink a half of 14% because you'll kill you. You know, you'll be dead with fucking steaming within an hour. No, I won't be drinking strong beers all the way through, Darren. No, no. I'll be seeing what takes me fancy. I'm trying not. I'm trying not to go in full steam. I want to drink water. Craig is the Obi-Wan Kenobi, the Yoda of beers, because it is going with the water, and that is brilliant. Good night, Dave. See you soon. Yeah, Thomas, that is the way, mate. A third, drink thirds, water, thirds, water. Lots of wee-weeing, but there you go. You're 5'7". I'm only 5'7". Well, I was 5'8". I think I shrunk over the years. Craig, his drinking skills are legendary. Yeah, I've never come across anybody like him. And we was hitting it hard, especially on that first night. There was Imperials going down like 1-0. And then on the second night, there was some big beers. Started off quite weak, some big beers. And I'm going to be really interesting. I'm still 5'7.5". You must have been wearing stilettos. But or bigger shoes. I was wearing flat shoes. I'll put it down to that. But I know I want that to be better. Oh, yeah, yeah. See you later, mate. Have a good. But the beer festival should be amazing. Can't wait to see the beer list, see what's happening. I know one beer that's there because I was there when they brewed it. I was there and I actually did a little bit of work on it, not much. I was too busy thinking. Shazbot. Shazbot is the Robin Hood Beer Festival official beer. Hey, Brewdog Nottingham. I did a tweet on Twitter, and I said I did a review of their pub when we went in, and I said about the glass. I said I love one of these glasses, and they actually said to me, "Well, next time you're in, remind us, and we'll get you a glass for free." And I'm thinking, "Yay, good on Brewdog." So that Saturday of the beer fest, the Taproom Saturday, I definitely want to go into Brewdog and get a free glass. And I might do a tattoo, get some black marker pen and do a tattoo on the arm. Say, look, 20%. If I do it in black marker pen, do you reckon I'll get away with it? You know, do like a bulldog tattoo. You've got a house full of them. It's you know which one it is. It's the what's the name glass? Yeah, the engine, the arm. Yeah, I'll get a stencil and get the wife to do it. A stencil, 20% off, 20% off. Oh, well worth doing. Yeah, show them the tattoos. Yeah, I look, got your tattoo. I love you that much. The taper, yes, stunning glass, stunning. Yeah. The Imperial Stout looks absolutely exquisite. Yeah, not on my forehead, no. 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 I won't be surprised if something gets on the forehead before the end of the day. Because you never know. But should be a cracking beer festival and the Saturday as well. Although I would presume a lot of people will be half dead on the Saturday after the beer festival. I should be meeting up with them again wherever we meet up, whether it's Black Iris Brewery. There was talk of doing Black Iris Brewery as a starting point on the Saturday and going from there. Black Iris Brewery, some nice beers there. and a nice taproom as well. Can't fault you. You know, if you like a certain pub and a certain types of beer, then that tattoo was worth its weight in gold. And I mean, I'll do it as a joke. I'll do it, but it will be a bloody. I'll get the wife to do it with a black marker pen, and it'll look the job, but it won't be the job. Last bus or train? £10 a week. You can't vote it, can you? You can't. Last bus or train? What I would say to that is get the one that drops you off where the terminus is nearest your house. So if the last stop on the train is near your house, get that. Because if you fall asleep on the way home and the bloke turns around to you and says, see, I won't believe in town till it's finished. Because I'll just get a late night bus home or walk. I've walked home before many, many times. I haven't been mugged yet. Fell over a few times, mind you. Fell over the other week with 4 glasses in my pocket. Yeah. And I didn't smash one of them. Look here, they are. Little beauties. The Nottingham Craft Beer Festival glasses. Yay. And I had 2 cans in my pocket. And oh, God knows I didn't break anything. But yeah, it was good. Yeah, bound to be a walk home bid. Yeah. It's not that I'm tired. I hate public transport. I hate idiots on buses. And I also hate falling to sleep on buses and then getting off at the wrong place. At least if you walk home, there's a good chance you'll get home okay. Well, no. Yeah, your walk's a bit too far. Yeah, mine's only a 4-mile walk. It's 45 minutes. I've done it many a time. Yeah. I walked home after when I went out with Greg, Mr. Pullman Beer Reviews, and with Craig, and many other times as well. Yeah. And even when I'm drunk, I'm watching people. Well, as you know, if you've ever watched those walk home videos, you'll know that I'm watching people. And the problem is, there's all these micro pubs on the way home. It's like, and they're after midnight, and it's like, what the hell, micro pub? And it's like, what do? Do you go in, see what the beer is? Lace Market Hotel. Yeah, it's part of the same thing, isn't it? The Cocknoo. Yeah, it's actually classed as the same thing. My favourite hobby, you're watching it, beer drinking or garden. I do like garden. £50 taxi. Oh, that is a lot. That is a lot. Yeah, I don't think I'd want to pay £50 taxi either. It is quite steep, very steep. So, oh, so 43 minutes in, and definitely more of a twang on the alcohol free at the moment. The Guinness Draught, normal Guinness Draught, is definitely more smoother on the taste. Definitely getting the roasty elements. Good evening, Kevin. Which juice wine was it, out of curiosity? You might have told me already, but I forgot. Brain's like a sieve. Yeah, not a very good sieve. Yeah, so much drops through. Yeah. The times people tell me stuff, and 2 minutes later, it's like, oh, what did they just say? It's like when somebody tells you the name, and you're like, oh, God, what was his bloody name? I'd be no good being single again, because I'd just forget. 2 seconds later, it's like, what's her name? And yeah. It's a good thing I've been married for 20 odd years. Yeah, 23 years. We've been going together, been going out for 30 years. Because other than that, I'd just forget. I mean, it's like half the people at work. I don't know their name. You struggle, don't you? No, it's a proper struggle. Orange and mango. Oh, bless you. See, I've got the apple and mango up there. I'm not sure if I've actually reviewed it. I reviewed it the other day, and yeah, it's going tasting all right, really. To say it nearly, it looked crap at one stage. It looked like it all gone to a congealed mess. It came out the other side pretty well. Uh, so yeah, it should be lots of bars down at the beer festival. Usually there's have I tried my barley wine? No, not yet. No, not for a while. I will be doing some re-reviews of all the home brew that I've got. Yeah, got a lot of home brew as well. I've got a lot of beer bottles on the floor and all that all need to go on get put on shelves because it's blocking up the floor. But yeah, I do need to re-review just to see how it's progressed. And to those people who come to Nottingham, especially the ones who come to my house, um, there'll be some of that home brew available. So obviously, the alcohol version is always going to win. But that, I mean, you look at that. Look at the difference. Now, there's not much in it at all. Doing a cherry baked roast out. Ooh, from Kit. Guinness original is always going to win. Guinness Draught, but the alcohol free. As alcohol frees go, it's pretty decent. You know, it's I can't fault it. I can't fault it at all. I've had some alcohol-free beers from some of the best breweries in the country, and they ain't got it right. It's too malty, tastes like tea. The maltiness is just off the scale. And I'm talking about some of the biggest breweries, the biggest names that Green King and some of the others. Right, almond flavors and cherry flavors, fair play, mate. And I think there's put that there. I as a home brewer myself, I think it's a good thing to have a try. I want to get another Imperial Stout kit, the Imperial Russian kit. Good evening, Mr. Paul's Beers. How are you, matey? Been a while. And I want to get these kits and add a plum flavour to it. You know, we not all of us are rich enough to go out and buy these grain kits. I can't afford a grain system. You know, it's £1,000. I ain't got £1,000 to chuck on some grain kit. I wish I could. It's you get what you can afford, don't you? That's why I still do cheap home brewing because I can afford only that. And I mean, as long as the beer's decent, that's what it's all about, isn't it? We drink. I mean, whether you're a lager drink, a cider drink, a beer drink, or spirit drinker, it's about what you get out of it. Um, and although if you're going to compare beers, and I've learned this with some of these Wraggys Taprooms we've done, where we've had four different. Yeah, but some people want to be seen to be drinking something that looks like an alcohol-free beer. Sorry, that looks like Guinness, but not Guinness. I can only afford kits as well. Yeah, 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 yeah. I don't think unless I win the lottery, I don't think I'll ever get a grain thing, a grain system. Yeah. Although grains is actually a cheaper way to go in the long run because you can make some amazing stuff. I mean, that day I went to Lincoln Green Brewery and seen how it's done. It's amazing. If you ever get the chance to go on brewery tours or go to a brewery and see how they brew beer, it is an amazing thing to do. Just to see how the processes are. And in some ways, home brewing at times, home brewing can be harder than the brewing in the breweries. Um, Because sometimes, especially on some wine kits, there's that much hassle. And when you look at what they do in the breweries, I mean, obviously it's all very time dependent and it's all temperature dependent. As home brewers, we don't do none of that time and temperature. We just bang it in for the best. Yeah, there's a lot of that goes off in life, isn't there? Yeah, bang it in for the best. Hey, there's no women watching, but you know, some of the best homebrew kits. I mean, love brewing. For anybody who likes home, love brewing's kits. Outstanding. And now they're bringing out these like oak barrels where you can age stuff in the barrels. And obviously, again, it's all down to cost. You know, if you knew Guinness tour, good evening, Captain. I'd love to go on more tours, brewery tours and that. There's so much to learn. You think you know stuff, you know nothing. The only downer is you go on these tours, then you have a beer, and then you forget what you forget what you've been told. Because it's like with the barley. Is it the barley, the malt, whatever it is? Different malt barley gives different flavors and all that. But me too. I'd love to go on the Guinness tour, but in Dublin. Yeah. Over to Dublin. Yeah, that's if they let you in these days with Brexit. Oh dear, what a laugh. Um, yeah, I need to go up to Northern Ireland at some stage in the car. But I've heard that they're having issues with the beer over there. You know, the shelves aren't full of beer. And you can go over there on their Tesco's and get loads for £4 for £6 you've never seen. Great for beer reviews, obviously, and cheap for beer reviews. Well, obviously, it's all right doing beer reviews, but when it's 12 or 13 quid a bottle, it gets pricey. And unless you're, you know, rich or have got a fantastic job, it's not easy done. Yeah, whiskey barrels would be great to age in. Imagine if you lived somewhere near in Scotland, near one of these distilleries, and they were selling their whiskey barrels on. I mean, I know somebody who bought a load of barrels, and some of them barrels had whiskey still in it. Yeah, he drained the barrels. Yeah, I've noticed that with supermarkets. They're really crap at the moment, aren't they? Everyone's drinking water. Why buy all the water when you get it out of the tap? Right? The stuff you can get out of the tap's just as good. Black lager. Eh? Looks a bit like Guinness, doesn't it? Might be able to get away with that. It's Guinness. Yeah, I've noticed that in Tesco's because we shop in Tesco's and mostly, and only because it's easy. Yeah, I would advise anybody Christmas presents, Christmas meat, get it early because there's going to be a stampede at Christmas. And the only downside to it all again is that who gets it the most? The poor people, because the poor people, the prices are going to go up. The poor people are going to get it the worst. It's going to happen to the gas, the electric. You know, we're going to get fleeced over this next year. And they all use Brexit. Half the time, I think it's for rubbish. I think it's just an excuse to put price. It's from the Pinter. It's the guest list. It's a black lager. Yeah, double black lager, does it? But it's got a head on it as well. I know. Don't ask me. Oh no, I'm not. I'm not about asking for money. Um, I'm good as I am. Yeah, I do my work and then I do some gardening, and that brings the beers in. I've got enough beers behind me, and yeah, I'm not interested in that membership thing. Yeah, it's not bad actually. Yeah, I don't even know if you can even buy it to be fair, but it's not bad. You know, in the Torquay area, yeah, some parts of the country do suffer with the water, don't they? I'm alright where we are. Nottingham's quite decent. We get ours from the Trent. Yeah. Yeah. You get the odd trolley in there, but it's good stuff. Yeah, I'm only joking. If you knew where it went to, Stoke Bardo, and the smell, yeah, you wouldn't drink water again. Yeah. I've got two 10 quids off to spend at the Pinter. Where someone's clicked on my link. So I need to get a couple of kits. So pretty soon I'm going to order 2 kits. I've got to put a bit of money towards it. I think they need to bring out Imperial Stout kits for the Pinter. It's all right, Rich. Yeah, it's all right. It's not as good as proper Guinness. It is what it is, but it's pretty damn close. Yeah, I would drink that out in a pub. It wouldn't bother me. Plus, I won't get drunk as well, which is always a good thing. But it's pretty decent for what it is. They've done a good. Let me tell you. If you drink Old Speckled Hen or Doom Bar, um, and then you drink their alcohol-free versions. Oh my gosh, the difference is, and the malt is they're so heavy on malt. They're just not great at all. They really are an acquired taste, shall we say? Yeah, it's really. But this is pretty close to what Guinness is. Not perfect. Is anything perfect? But if you're a beer drink, if you're someone who can't drink beer but still wants that um, Guinness type experience, then they've done well with that. Fair play to Guinness. I mean, for me, the best 0% beer in the world is Beck's Blue. It's just absolutely unbelievable. I drank Beck's Blue. Of course, I felt half drunk afterwards. I drank Beck's Blue, and I'm there thinking, actually, yeah, that's hit me. That has. And I thought, it can't hit you. It's alcohol free. And something in my brain triggered something that it felt like it had got me a little bit, I wasn't steaming, obviously, it's alcohol free, but something triggered something in my brain to make me think that it was alcohol, which is really weird. Yeah, yeah. And I didn't have any snifters or anything beforehand as well. To be fair, Brewdog do some good alcohol frees. I mean, we know Brewdog yak a lot, but they do some nice alcohol frees. Maybe not tomorrow, Darren. No, I'm going to try and do every so minute. Definitely doing one Friday. Yes. Beck's Blue is outstanding. It is. Add some vodka. Fair play. Fair play. Yeah, it don't look any different. Yeah, Friday, 6 o'clock. Definitely a live, a 2 hour live. Just so I can end it for 8 o'clock and I'm not clashing with Craig. Although I'm bound to clash with somebody. It's the law of averages that you're clashing with somebody's live reviews these days. Obviously, everybody's doing lives, and you're going to clash with somebody. It's a sad fact. We can't all be not clashing, but I think 6 o'clock's a good time. The Wraggys Golden Ale celebration, and it's good to know that the Wraggys Golden Ale has gone down well with other beer reviewers, and also I took it to some brewers, a brewery, and they drank it. And these are people who brew beer, and even they thought it was okay. One was the ex head brewer at Blue Monkey in Nottingham, and another one was Bang the Elephant Brewery, a craft beer brewery, and they know their beer. And even both of them thought it was okay. And that to me was great, because the last thing I want to do is drink it myself. And for me, it was great, but obviously, because there's an emotional aspect to it. And 6 o'clock, mate, 6 o'clock. Um, there's an emotional aspect to it. So last thing I want to do is say to people, this is an amazing bit. Go and try this. They drink it and say, shite, that is. And yeah. I mean, the bottle version is different to the cask version, in my opinion. Good evening, Charles. Oh, I shall keep an eye out disco, and I will put it across my social media as well, and tag in the relevant people, because I feel that all this Wraggys Golden Ale, whether it's an unboxing or whether it's a review, deserves, in my opinion, anyway, for me especially, it deserves to be applauded. You know, I mean, not many of us that I know of have had beers made, but collaborated on beers, and then had them come into bottle or can, and actually collaborated properly, not virtual collaboration or anything like that. So, you know, real life collaboration, as it were. Although, didn't the poor fellow who passed away recently, didn't he do some collaborations? Don't know his name. Is it Terry? Terry? I don't know his other name. I'm sure he did. Anyway, I've just passed the hour mark, so give it 5 minutes and I'll have to knock off, because I've got to cook some dinner for the wife, as it were. Poor bogger. She's had me grandkids all day, and she's also had to cook cakes, so she's absolutely knackered. And even though I've been to work all day, I'm going to cook her some dinner. I don't know what I'm cooking. It is. It has been awesome. Good evening. It's yeah. It's an awesome thing to have, and not just me, but for the beer review community. You know, you get some random bloke talking about beers, and for any brewery to turn around, and I know Disco's had his. I seen it the other night where you've had your um where they related to you on it as well. Hey, Terry K, that was it, wasn't it? I seen him because he did some. There was a video or something where he was at the brewery. I don't know a lot about him, to be honest. Before my time. Hey, dog's okay. Yeah, yeah. Still shit's very on it. Is the missus doing a cake for the festival? She might have to get her to do a small cake. Yeah, take it down the festival. Take it down the festival, and somehow cut it up at the festival. Get the big meat up at the festival. Everyone meeting up, and then have a bit of cake each. Yeah, have your cake and eat it. Yeah, these things happen. Don't. I'm sure the video will be good. Yeah, there's times, you know, when I do beer reviews and I'm fuming at the end after I've done the video where I've remembered something afterwards, or I've got the ABV wrong, I've said something wrong, I've swore, you know, these things are more to me than the little. Yeah, you forget. You've had a drink, you know. It's a pitfall, isn't it, doing beer reviews? Because if you have a drink, at some stage you're going to say something you might not have, if you've not had an alcoholic. We do. Everyone who's there, we know who knows who, when we meet up, big picture, get some random person to take a photo, and yeah, big photo down there. And I'm hoping to do like random beer reviews as well. You know, grab somebody who's drinking the same beer as me, obviously from the community, and that do random beer reviews. I'm going to start ramping it up soon anyway, because we're about a month away now, so it needs to be ramped up, and it should be a laugh and a half. Yeah, so many personalities. Yeah, hope everyone's not 6'6" though. I don't be the short arse of the crew. I was so glad that Greg wasn't too tall. Craig was tall, but not too tall. Yeah. Although size don't bother me. I mean, I used to work with somebody who was 6'8", and it didn't bother me. Other people used to, you know, they get intimidated. Never bothered me. But then again, I don't look at people in that way, so it won't bother me anyway. And 30 odd years ago, when boozing in town, I've never had issues. You know, trying to And these days, with the craft beer pubs, the brilliant thing about craft beer pubs and tap rooms is you don't get that clientele in there because they're all in the lager pubs drinking the £2 stuff. You're in these pubs drinking the more expensive stuff, but with a better clientele, with no music pumping in the background. Oh, bless you. Oktoberfest, they in Leeds. Hey. In your lederhosen. Rightio. Jolly good. So, I better end it there. Don't want to wind the wife up. Plus, I've got them at dinner and I'm starving. I bet she is. God bless her. So, for me, to end it on, oh, still got some Guinness left. 1 minute now. Sorry. Apologies. That's it. I'm not leaving beer behind. Terrible. Nothing worse than coming the next morning or the next day and there's beer sat there. So, yeah, alcohol Guinness will always win. Good evening, Benjamin. And I'm just about to kill it off, mate. I do apologise. Yeah, Guinness, alcohol Guinness will always win. But they've done a good job with this. 10 years for leaving beer. I know it's sacrilege. It's good. If you don't want, let's put it this way. I drank a lot of these alcohol-free beers. I drank a lot of these alcohol-free beers, and a lot of them are horrible. They really are horrible. They're malty. They taste like tea. Nasty. I don't know who at the breweries blends them. The blending's wrong. This has been blended right. Yeah, it's not perfectly Guinness, but that's where the alcohol comes in. It's missing a few bits, but it's pretty damn bloody good. And if you're not driving, if you're driving, then it's very decent to drink. You'll enjoy your beer, and that's really what it matters. Right, gotta run. Thank you everyone for commenting, liking, subscribing, and joining in. Interaction is what makes the beer review community a special community. There's some brilliant people amongst it. And back on Friday night for the Wraggys celebration, unless I've gone down below 2000 again. I'll see in a minute when I turn this off. I was on 2000 when I came on, but who knows? You never know. YouTube are swines. I reckon somebody at YouTube clicks a button, wanker. Let's fucking knock him down 6. And it did the other day. I got to 2002 the other day. Then it went down to 1996, and I'm like, you tosser. But anyway, 6 o'clock Friday night. Well, I don't think I'm as popular as it, but you'll get an honest review. And yeah, I know. It's bad slurping. Anyway, cheers everyone. See you soon. Bye. Yep.